Hello, welcome to my channel. Time for yet another anti-hate video, and this one goes to Los Muertos. The uploader Los Muertos, who has made a video called The Destiny Process, Amway for Conspiracy Theorists Part 1 of 2. I listened to the video and what can I say? It's a typical hater video. It has much to do with personal experiences, as he talks about his dad, for example, working for Amway and not being able to make any money. It's a video on self-righteousness without any meaningful content. What's happening with this video, as with many other hater videos, is that the person, the uploader, focuses on the form and not on the content. It is like focusing on the letters of the alphabet and criticizing the letters of the alphabet and hating the letters of the alphabet for their shapes, rather than actually comprehending and understanding the content that is written in the letters, which means the content supersedes the form of the letters. The letters become irrelevant because they're just a carrier for the content. They're just a carrier for the message. So let's look at how this relates to this particular video in question. How did Los Muertos focus on form and not focus on the content? So let's see what form is. So he's criticizing that we're Destonians, a group of people, that we're coming together as a group. Well, yes, we come together as a group because we see that the world needs changing and that we're willing and disciplined to do what it takes to bring about an equal money system. This form, this group, is unchangeable, of course. The idea of a group, of people coming together. Now, what is the content, though, is the message we're focusing on. And he's comparing it, later on, he's comparing it to another form that I'll get to in my second point, which is how we do it. And again, in that case, he's actually taking an example of a form with a content that's absolutely nothing to do with what we're focusing on. We're focusing on life. We're focusing on the value of life, of everybody's life, of Earth, whereas he's drawing in an example of a form where the content is soap. So you can see that there's a huge discrepancy of really losing the entire plot by leaving out the content. You cannot focus just on form. Our content as a group, because to get something done and to have a communication, all there is on this planet is the interaction with others. This is one of the problems we are faced with. We are faced with people who are based on, all of us are based on self-interest. Hence, we don't work in groups, or we only work in groups when it benefits us more than somebody else. In the case of Destiny, we focus on a content that is concerned with everyone's well-being. Every single person on the planet is part of our focus, because we have the starting point to create what is best for all. So the content is to create what is best for all inclusive, all life on the planet, and the form is the group. The second point. Then, how do we go about this? Now, we go first into the form. So we use multi-level marketing, which is a form to get the content done. And the content meaning to create an equal money system where everybody is taken care of. It's a way, this form, this particular form, the multi-MLM, is a way to forge our way forward in an uncompromisable manner. because we operate from the principle of equality, we utilize the ways of this reality to do so. It is, again, like I've said in the beginning, with the example of the alphabet, it's the carrier of what needs to be done. And in many ways, MLM is ideal, because if you are the message of equality and oneness, if you live the message of equality and oneness, and you help others to become it, why shouldn't you receive the means to be functioning as a self-organized member of society who takes responsibility to his or herself, as well as everyone else, to create a better world? So in a nutshell, you are the living product, if you will. Now, this doesn't compare to soap, does it? It has absolutely no relevance to soap. It is, again, the form that is being used to proliferate the message so that people who can see the common sense behind it and see the urgency for us to change our economic model can take up the responsibility to grow the movement, to bring about an equal money system. And the last point I'm going to make is on the typical labeling of cult, once again. And in that, again, he's not looking at the message, the main message that Desteni stands for, but he's focusing on some marginal topics which have little to do with the core of the Destonian material. He uses the term esoteric to label Desteni as cult. Now, esoteric, tero, is from Greek and means more within, eso meaning within, in contrast to exo, meaning without. So exoteric and esoteric, these are old words from the Greek that have been used by Aristotle, for example. And those kind of descriptions can fit anything in our contemporary world, because our contemporary world is highly specialized, with highly specialized knowledge. So you could say the same thing about the naming and operating of financial products on Wall Street. Most people are clueless what terms like credit derivatives, money swaps, and bilateral netting means, right? Today, that's esoteric knowledge. So would you say that Wall Street is a cult by using the word esoteric? What he was referring to when the word was used with a focus on spiritual pursuit, which is, again, not at all what Desteni is about. Desteni is about hard facts. It's about what we're living as a reality, each one of us, and we are promoting and producing and suggesting solid and tangible solutions which come together in one system, which is the equal money system.